Hey future Twig, past Twig here once again with another card callout for everyone. And this one I must say I love the art for. I kind of miss this old art style where you had these kind of abstract backgrounds and a lot more, I feel like, vivid colorlessness. I just don't feel like I see that in a lot of Magic art. But anyways, getting into today's card callout, we have Lumengrid Sentinel, 1 blue and 2 colors mana nets you a 1/2 flyer, human wizard, with the ability that whenever an artifact comes into play under your control, you can tap one target permanent. Simple ability and concept, but there's a lot of different implementations you can do with this. But first off, of course, we got to talk about the price. Price on EDH Rec, I apologize. Price on Scryfall is 15 cents. If you go on EDH Rec, it's a little bit more there, looking at about 20 to 30 cents in total. And this card's featured in about 1,200 decks. So let's get into some synergies right away that we have for this card. First off, of course, you have the token artifacts theme. There are so many ways to generate treasure tokens. Clue tokens, food tokens now even have a lot of synergies. And with stuff like Junk Winder, which is basically this card but has some different abilities, you can have a lot of different implementation. So yes, first off, Junk Winder, artifact token synergies, there's going to be massive for this card. Moving on, of course, you also have stuff that involves tapping directly. So you have Timon and Rhoda, Geist Avenger, with these two commanders always wanting everything to be tapped down and not for attacking. So with this card, if you play out, generate a bunch of artifact tokens, with these commanders out, you're going to make these commanders very big, be able to tap stuff down, swing in for the win. Finally, you have cards that actually, commanders that kind of synergize with this card because they want to be tapped. So for example, Narrative here, I must say, one of my all-time personal favorite art styles. That was very cool to see mermaid art like this. Whenever Narrative Devious Divers becomes tapped, target player mills cards equal to its power. So as long as you're generating artifacts, you can tap this commander down to start either self-milling or milling other players. And of course, when you get Narrative big enough, because when her second ability triggers a bunch and you have a bunch of +1/+1 counters on her, you can go out and tap down other creatures. And by doing so, you can basically open up the avenue so she can directly get in for damage. One other thing that I'm actually going to tab back for that I just realized is looking at her final ability, it doesn't say non-land permanent. So if you want to be that person, or if somebody's running away with the game, you can turn this into a complete lockdown deck by basically tapping everyone else's lands, because lands are permanents, and just absolutely screwing over their entire game plan, if that's your kind of thing. But of course, lots of various options and synergies as we mentioned, and that's all I have for you today. Thank you once again for tuning in to the Card Callouts, and have a great day. Take care.